Okay, get your weights. We're gonna use hand weights. Chrissy has her new set of weights. I have one more set of the 18s. And we're gonna start right off with very light. So see, when I pick this up, it has no discs on it, but it's 3 pounds, okay? So if you have, let me make sure my sound is up. If you, I think it is, yeah. Have a 2 or a 3 pound set of hand weights, well, of course, go ahead and pick those up. And we're going to start with just a very common, as we walk, move, but let me just tell you, when you 1, 2, or 3 pounds in your hands, I don't care if it's even 6 ounces, 12 ounces, okay? See, I'm gonna walk, 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 and I'm gonna walk, walk, walk. So now start paying attention to how you're doing the walk, okay? And periodically put them down and release your grip a little bit. Because if you keep holding a grip, your hands get really tired, and that's okay, but I don't want to start cramping or giving you a problem, okay? So now I'm just taking walks. We're going to do some repetitive moves today. So we're going to take lots of breaks. So here's the deal. See how I'm walking and punching? Then when you come back, just let them swing by your side. Okay? So again, extremely lightweight. However, when you pick up a lightweight, you have to grip, right? That's number 1. Number 2, you need to drop your shoulders. Yes, you do. Then you need to act like I'm punching you gently right here at the belly button. So if I'm punching you, you are bracing. Okay, bracing is a really, really, really important thing to do when you're picking up weights and you're working with weights. Now you might say, well, I don't need to learn to do that because I'm never going to pick up those weights. Well, have you ever picked up a grandkid? Have you ever picked up a pet? Have you ever picked up a bucket of anything? Have you ever picked up some grocery bags? Yeah. Now you're thinking, well, maybe I do need to learn how to brace. See how I'm just walking gently and I'm punching. And whenever I'm punching, you know what I'm doing? Keeping my shoulders down, keeping my chin tucked, because what's the line I'm looking for? I want to drop a plumb line. So when you go back, just put them at your side like this, and you keep your tummy tight. And as you're walking, see, you're just punching as you're walking. It's a slow walk. The shoulders are down. And now back to the plumb line. When you are walking, and remember how, if you were with me on Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday, I don't know if I did it Monday, but I was trying to help you see how to line yourself up, right? Okay, let's pretend that you got a stack of books, or you got that pillow, that disc that we worked with on Wednesday, and it's on your head, and you don't want to lose the books. Oh yeah, now it's different. That's why I want you to line yourself up. See, when I go like this, you have a tendency, any of us, to hunch and lean forward. This is a great way to get your arms, your shoulder girdle, your core warmed up, okay? And lined up. See how I go back, and as you're walking back, make sure you're lifting your heels. Yeah, and if you need to check, because every single one of us who has taken a fall, let me tell you, when you start backing back, you get like a little nervous feeling, right? Okay, instead of bending and looking like this, turn your body and glance your eyes. Don't keep junting your head out in order to look where you're going. Okay, couple more passes. Yes, stay with me. I'm doing every one of these with you. As I step and I punch, where does the plumb line go? Yeah, some of you get going, you want to go fast, and you start doing this. You don't realize it, but you do. So I'm telling you, slow back, drop the shoulders, tighten, drop your chin, and as you step, keep those knees soft. Keep your punch under or at least in line with your armpit or your shoulder. See, I'm not going to go high on this because I'm doing a lot of motion. Okay, ease up your fingers, tighten your tummy, bend that knee as you push off the back toe. Bend that back knee, bend it, and look at the level of your hands. Some of you go way too high, too high, too high, too high. Okay, this time we're going to change up our trajectory. We're going to keep walking, but now I'm going to do my hinge. See that? And I can tell you, if you've ever had a shoulder issue, you need to keep your hinge down here, okay? Then you walk back, walk back, walk back, walk back, okay? Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. Step, and you're just gonna go out, and you're gonna push back with your elbows, okay? So this is one especially for, okay, because when you're walking, when you walk back, you can bring them down. Release your hands and just let them swing. Okay, you ready? Before you start, drop your shoulders, drop your chin, and as you take your step, you're gonna push off that back toe, but the elbows have to be pointing back. Okay, and then you just tap them, and then you point back. And you tap them, and you point back. And you should be feeling some things going on in your shoulder. Here we go. Couple more of the hinge. Because, why? Because your shoulder has that ability to hinge. The problem is, this hinging can be real challenging to people who have injured their shoulders. So we're just going to do a couple more front to backs. Bring your hands down, release. Every time you bring your hands down, release your grip. Realign, then hinge. Okay, don't flare those elbows. You are hinging back. So this has to do with your shoulder girdle as much as it has to do with anything else, okay? So bring them down. I keep forgetting to bring them down. Sorry about that. Okay, release, release, release. Yeah? Okay, now we're going to stand right here. We're going to go wide. We're going to put our hands right here. We're still light weights. I don't know if I told you that. So see how I'm rocking? It's for a reason. Tightening your tummy, drop your shoulders, drop your chin. My weights are right here. They're 3 pounds in each hand, okay? And all I'm doing is doing the little stick man walk. See that? So I want to keep really my legs pretty fixed. But when I put that pressure and I release my foot, whoa, right here. Yes. Drop your shoulders. Take a big breath. Yeah. Hang with me, hang with me. Keep those legs pretty straight. Yeah, we're doing this for a reason, and for a reason only with light weights. Okay, drop your shoulders again. Keep those legs pretty straight. As soon as you put pressure on the support leg, keep the knee soft. Okay, you should be feeling it pretty powerfully right in here. Yeah, just a couple more, a couple more, a couple more. Okay, bring it in and go like this. Across and across. And you keep your toes forward. Keep your shoulders down. See, if I tell you to pull your shoulders back, that's kind of a hyper position for your shoulders. So if I tell you to drop your shoulders, see, engage your belly button, those shoulder blades go right where they're supposed to go without overdoing things. Okay, once you've loosened that up, now go ahead and step wide again, okay? Sit down into your heels. So I'm gonna turn sideways so you see what I'm doing. Tight tummy, drop your shoulders, set into your heels, and you're in a wide stance. So basically we're doing a semi squat. See that? So act like you're gonna just perch on a little bench, a high bench, okay? So right there, and then come back. Take a big breath. So we're right there, push, and then come right up here and tighten in your butt. Okay, we're gonna start with the arms. As I push down, my shoulders are down, I'm gonna bring one arm up. See that? Then I'm gonna come down, and then I'm gonna come up. And I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna come up. And I'm gonna come down, and I'm rotating, okay? Sure, I can do them both together, but there's a reason why I'm wanting you to keep your palm down. You do a high bench, little half squat. You come up, you bring that arm up. You come down, sit on the bench, come up, and you, if I were with you right this minute, as you're doing this move, right now, I put my hand on both your shoulders, not just one, because I don't want you to drop the shoulder. I want your elbows soft, even bent, and then I don't want to go higher than my arm, than my shoulder, okay? I want to just go straight out from the shoulder with my hand. Okie dokie. Big breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. Stay with me, stay with me. You're doing a high hip hinge or a high squat. As you're coming up, you're bringing that hand up, but you're keeping your shoulders what? Yes, you're keeping your shoulders down. Say it that way, down. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Couple more. Yeah, keep your elbows soft. Keep your elbows soft. Now go immediately into a hinge right here, okay? So you're gonna come here and come out. So we're still doing our little squat. Yeah, we are. But it's a high squat. It's not a real deep squat. We're just getting all the gluteals, the hamstrings, your core woke up. Unlike my dogs, they're not woke up. Take a big breath. I tried to get them to lift some weights, but they wouldn't do it. Okay, take a big breath. Kind of reminds me of some other people I know that wouldn't do it. Here we go. Keep your chin tucked. None of you guys. Stay into both heels. Stay with me, stay with me. We got 3 more. Okay, when you're coming down, a lot of you are bringing your head and shoulders lower than your butt. Don't do that. Okay? Stick that butt out. And when you come up, you squeeze. Yeah, stay into the heels. Keep your chin tucked. Oh, that was 3, wasn't it? I hear Kathy yelling somewhere. Somewhere out there, I do. I hear her yelling. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do a split stance. So we're doing several stances. See, we're not just standing here in one position doing all these. We are changing our positions with our feet. Okay, that not only benefits your ankle, your frame, your proprioceptiveness. You could do all of these sitting in the chair, and we're going to do some in the chair today. So I'm just telling you, if you're having a day that you need to take it easy, every one of these you could do sitting in the chair. Okay, so there's that. All right, now let's talk about this back arm. Okay, the weather is hot. You're hot. You want to go with sleeveless or whatever shirts, and you go, oh, I can't, you know, if I wave, my arm's gonna hit me in the face. I understand. So let's think about the muscles, something we can do something about. Now, can you do, see, I changed legs. That's all. I just changed legs. I'm still in a split stance. I just changed the position from one leg to the other, okay? So here's the deal. I'm going to take these light weights. We're going to push them back just like that, and then we're going to lift. See, it's a two-part move. And you notice I'm pretty separated here. See, I'm not just standing in a tandem stance. This would be very advanced, okay? And I don't want you to lose your balance. So I'm going to go wide, split but wide. So I'm going to come right up here. We're going to go back with the elbows. See that? Now drop your shoulders right now. Right now. Some of you go like this and then you go like that immediately and you do this. I know it. I've seen it hundreds of times. So I'm warning you. This is my trainer's tip. See, you have a trainer right with you. I'm telling you, when you come here and you pull those back, don't hunch your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. Bring the elbows back. Now straighten. Now lift. Yeah, I know. Okay, we're going to do this with heavier weights in a minute, so make sure you practice it. Okay, change your stance. See, I'm changing my stance every once in a while. See that? Okay, drop your shoulders. Yes. Breathe. You're going to go pull. Drop your shoulders. You're leaning forward. Lean forward a little. Now you're going to push those arms straight. And you're going to contract the back of the arms because you're going to lift. Yeah, keep your shoulders down and just lift as much as you can after you bent it. Then bring them back in. Okay? So here we go. Pull, push. Bring them back in. Pull them back. Drop your shoulders. And now lift. Now lift. Now lift. Your little finger actually is leading on this. Breath. Drop your shoulders. Don't lean your head out. You'll get real discomfort in your neck. If you're leaning out with your neck, don't do it. Drop your shoulders. Okay, bring it in. Tap right here. Push. Tap. Push. Tap. Push. Drop your shoulders. Push. Tight tummy. Push. Drop your shoulders. Push. And come back in. Okay? Swing it. Right here. Swing it. I should say swoop. I don't want you to really swing it. That means you're kind of out of control. I don't want you to be out of control. See what I'm doing? Now I'm shifting. We did that a while ago from one leg to the other, but I don't want to over bend like that. So stay in that line up and just tap right here. See, bring it down, come right to here. So if your tummy's in tight, if your knees are soft, and you're lined up so that plumb line will drop from your ear to your shoulder, through your hip, through your knee, okay? You should feel a play in your back muscles as you shift right here and you pull and you shift and you pull. So it's back and forth, back and forth. Excellent moves. Okay, light weights, hold your hands up, open your fingers, wiggle them. Yeah, just like that. Wiggle them, wiggle them, wiggle them. Okay, now you see I have my chair here, right? I have my chair here for a reason. Here's the caution. Please listen. Some of you should not do this next move, especially when we do it with heavy weights, because when you go to lift your foot up onto the chair, a lot of times, especially when you're carrying weight and you're doing some other things in your upper body, when you go to do this, you get discombobulated and you get off balance because that's a big lift. I would rather you just tap, because we're going to be doing tasks with our hands and we're going to be using heavy weights. And I would rather you just tap onto your pillow, okay? If you, however, decide, oh, Jeannie, I can do that, fine. Make sure you're doing it where you can just reach out with an elbow and touch a wall or a counter or something. Otherwise, go to a lower thing. So there's my caution. You don't do the caution, then it's on you. Right, Kay? Okay, here we go. She's laughing right now. Okay, you're gonna shift. You're gonna come right here. See that? So my foot's on there. My knee here is soft. I'm gonna bring these light weights. I still have light weights, okay? Right here in front of me. I'm gonna go push, pull, push, pull. My knee is soft. Push, pull, push, pull. Bring them up. Bring them down. And when you push in front of you, you need to make sure that you're under your collarbone. See that? A lot of you want to do this, okay? So I want to be right here. See that? I'm throwing those punches with my foot elevated or my foot elevated here. Boom, 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 boom. See that? Okay, I'm going to switch legs. Okay, switch legs. Okay, ready? Drop your shoulders, soften your knee. Hands are resting. You ready? Drop. Here we go. Punch, and it's a punch, and it's a punch, and you're turning your wrists. Palm down, then the thumb up. Palm down, thumb up. Keep your tummy tight. Keep your tummy tight. Keep your tummy tight. Keep your tummy tight. And come down. And come down. So that little wrinkle that we put in there with the chair or just stepping on the pillow and doing low punches really changes things. Okay, open up your hands. Now we're going to put the weight in our little holster. And those of you using these channel changer weights, make sure you put the dial side on the right position. Otherwise, you're going to lose all your weights. You have to just make sure that you've got them in the right side. Now I've gone to 6. Okay, so for me, this is a lightweight. Okay, we're all warmed up and ready to go. So now I'm going to just come right here to my shoulder. I'm going to come right here to my shoulder. See that? I'm going to step in a split stance. Because as I do this, I'm going to loosen up my fingers every time I come up here. Don't just crunch down your hands the whole time. It's because, see, free weights, you're gripping. And you want to give your hand grip a rest. So right there, see, my hand grip is resting. That's number 1. Look at my elbow. Number 2. Some of you do this and you throw your elbow out. And you do that because you're wanting to be a slug. You want to do what you think is easier, but it will end up biting you in the butt. So I'm going to come right here. See that? Loosen your grip. Keep your wrist neutral. In through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Okay, some of you in this stance keep inching like this. And I don't want you to. I want you to bend the back knee. Okay? Then when you come up, you're doing a nice transverse move. It's gentle. And you're using your forearm and your elbow properly. You're keeping your shoulders down. We've gone up 3 pounds. If you've got these weights, if you don't have these weights, you just pick up another pound or 2. Let's say you have a 2, a 4, a 6, you know. So you get whatever is light to medium for you. And you do this little repetitive thing here. Okay, I'm gonna bring my foot back. Okay, I'm gonna just do a split stance again. So now I've changed legs. So what's the caution? I don't want to excessively keep bending like that. And how do I not do that? You bend that back knee. You say rib cage up, shoulders down, tuck in my chin. You ready? Now instead of coming forward, what we're going to do is come and do that other one. The one that you really loved. Are you ready? So I'm going to do one hand at a time. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go here. Okay? So it's alternate. Bend that back knee, stay back, pull back, and then go 1 and 2 and. So when you take the weight back, before you bring the weight back in, right there, I want you to squeeze the backs of your arms. Right back. Keep that back knee bent. Breath, push, back, push, back. Say rib cage up, breath, rib cage up, breath, rib cage up. Squeeze that back arm muscle before you bring her back in. It just takes a second. Couple more, we're almost there. And bring it down. Okay, should have noticed something in your legs. So when you're in a split stance, like we are, like this, and we're keeping that knee down so that I can stay upright, and we do it, the challenge for as long as we were doing it, wow, you should start feeling different kind of stuff going on in your legs, right? That's why I like to stand in lots of my moves. However, if you couldn't, you could have done all of that sitting down, okay? Now we've got the higher weight. So I'm going to bring this up here like this. See, just like this. And I'm going to throw a punch. And I'm going to bring it back, okay? So I'm going to throw a punch. And I'm going to step with the opposite leg. See, I'm going to throw the punch. Now here's my caution. Some of you have a higher weight, but you still have a bad habit. You know what that bad habit is? When you throw the punch, you go too high. Then you feel like you've wrenched your shoulder and then you quit doing anything because you're afraid. Then your whole side of your body gets weak because of it, right? I'm right. So I'm going to step, whatever leg I step with, I'm going to throw the punch with the opposite hand, but it's going to be low, okay? So I'm going to step like this. So I'm taking it and I'm going to go low, okay? And I don't have to go all the way out, but I must, no matter who you are, keep my hand and my punch low. And I'm bending that back knee. And if you recall, we practice bending that back knee a lot, right? So if I step out here, I'm going to punch with the opposite hand, but I'm going to keep it low. Okay? So I'm breaking this down. This is kind of a natural kind of a stepping, throwing, punching mechanics, okay? But it's amazing to me that a lot of kids, maybe some of you, never learned how to throw. You know, you threw like this with the same leg. No, I'm not talking specifically about you, Nancy. However, Sorry. That's why I'm breaking it down. So don't start with the hands. Start with your legs. Nancy is just so easy, see? She's very good sport about it. I'm teaching you how to throw, Nancy. Not only a good punch, but a ball. Step with whatever leg you want. Whatever leg stepped, you're gonna punch with the opposite hand. And then you come back and you do it all over again. See that? Keep your shoulder down, keep your punch low. When you come back, right here, loosen up those hands. See, loosen up your grip. Yeah, give it a break, all right? So if I'm gonna step here, which one am I gonna throw with? Opposite, right, okay? Step, opposite, throw, punch, boom, keep my shoulder down. So this is gonna not only help my gripping, my forearm, help me open jars. If I get a stronger grip, all those things start happening, okay? Opposite, opposite. That's all you gotta say. Opposite, opposite. Okay, take a breath, drop your shoulders, push, keep low. Keep that back knee bent. Boom. Breath, just like that. Breath, just like that. Breath, okay, we're gonna change it up. Stay with me, stay with me. Here we go, here we go. I'm stepping, I'm punching. I'm gonna go touch the knee, opposite, see, opposite, and right here. So if I were with you right this moment, my hand would be on your shoulders. Keep them down. Yeah. Breath. Breath. Into the nose. Yes. Yes. Now step back. Okay. So now I'm going to go with the other one, right? So here I am. Opposite, opposite. I'm going to throw my punch. I'm going to come right down there and come right up. Come right there. Come right there. Yes, keep your shoulders down. Big breath into the nose, out to the mouth. Right there. Woo. Right there. Here we go. Breath, 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 breath. Just two more. Hang with me. Back knee is bent. Holding, standing. Breath. Keep your arm straight, except the elbow is a little bent. Your shoulder is definitely down. Just one more. Here we go. And down. Okay? Take a break now. Take your weights. These are the light weights. Or they're light for me. You get whatever's light for you. Okay? So now open your hands. Close your hands. And you're standing here. Okay, do all this step by step with me. Are you ready? I'm gonna step. I'm gonna act like I have a ball. And I'm gonna throw it and follow through. See that? So I'm gonna come back here, shake out, shake out, shake out. Okay? So just remember, I stepped with this one before. Now I'm gonna step with this one. Get that ball in your hand. It's a make-believe. Okay? So keep your elbow down. I stepped out with this leg, right? I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna follow through. See that? So go back to that one. Same thing, don't change. Okay. Drop, tighten, yeah. Chin's tucked, yes. Here's my ball, opposite. Get it right here, right at your ear, okay? So don't go back here. All right, don't go back here. That will make you look like you don't know what you're doing. And you all know what you're doing now. So right here at your ear with your ball, okay? Now you're gonna throw and step through. It's a follow through, okay? And then come back. So I'm giving you a break with your hands because we've been hanging on to those weights. We're gonna do a lot of that today. Okay, here is my ones that I just had. This is a 6 and a 6. They're light for me. You have to get what's light for you. Okie dokie. Now we're gonna do a bent like this. My weights are right here. And look what I'm gonna do with my elbows. See this? This is a very important move because I am gonna take my shoulder joint into a rotation. I have to be careful. That means my shoulders are down. I'm in a deeper squat now. I'm gonna rotate and come right up here. My elbow's bent. See that? So this is a forward extension. All right. I see this move in particular, I see it done so incorrectly. Anytime I walk through a club and somebody's doing their arm extension, I'm like, ugh. I just have to keep reminding myself they're not paying me enough to do anything to tell them. So anyway, I just have to close my eyes. I'm trying to show you the right way to help your shoulder, not hurt it. Get down into a squat. Elbows are bent. My weights are right here. I'm gonna do that front extension. And if you have hurt a shoulder, I will guarantee you're gonna feel which one right about there. One is gonna be strong, and one you're gonna go, whoa, I didn't know I was that weak. I know, this is mine. Bring it up and back down. Here we go. And back down. Set back. You were a little lower this time. I'm pushing into my heels. A little lower with the butt. Breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah. Keep your shoulders down. Don't throw your hand up there. You're doing an extension. You are placing your hand up there. Breath, breath. Okay, now stay with me. Hold it. You're gonna go 1, 2, keep your chin tucked. 3, 4, 5, 6, and the other one. Right here. 1, 2, heels. 3, shoulders down. 4, 5, 6. Stay into your heels. Push, 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 push. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Hang out down here. Bring those weights right here and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And back up. Woo! I can hear it. You loved it. Okay. I'm giving Chrissy plenty opportunity to use her weights today. I went up one, but that's me. Okay, if you don't want to go up one, don't do it. Now, that said, we're going to do some moves that are going to be conducive to a higher weight load, but we're still going to be working our arms. Okay, so now I'm a little higher. And how you do this is when you start a certain move at a higher weight, and see, we went up 3 pounds. We didn't go up 1, we went up 3 pounds. If you're okay with a normal, healthy, shoulder at our ages, you should be able to do okay with advancing your weight. But here's the thing. When you do your curl, now, see, we're going to do some curls. See that? I could sit down. That would help it to be a little less challenging. I'm being my own chair. And when you start doing a lift and you've upped your weight, well, go ahead and try as many as you can. If you've got good form, when you start to break your form, or it's really becoming heavy, then you stop. You do one more and you stop. You put your weights, you change your weights back. You go back to the 6 or you go back to the 3. And then you join me again. And you just keep going. That's how you increase your weight. And you don't get injured. You see that? Yeah. So I'm challenging my bicep. And 2 heads to the bicep muscle. Okay? It can take a pretty good challenge. Now we're going to do the tricep with a challenging weight because it has 3 heads. Yeah, my wrist is very, very neutral. Don't bend your wrist forward or back. Okay, now I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to hold it here. I'm just going to go like this. Like I'm throwing punches with my palms up, but my wrist is neutral. Yeah, be careful with your wrist. Breath, breath, breath. I love this move to try to help your forearm get stronger, your hands get stronger, because I'm making it work pretty hard without insulting it. The way we do a lot of times when we do certain moves. Okay, take a breath. Take a breath. Palms are up. Palms are up. Just 2 more. Just 2 more. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. You can do this. Breath. Breath. 1 more. See, I count it 1 and 2 and. That's how I count it. Okay, right here. Yeah. I'm going to go up. See, I just went up. And the minute that you bring your heels up, some of you lock your knees. Some of you do not use your gluteals. I know you. Okay, drop your shoulders. When you go up, you squeeze your butt. And you can release it if you want to, or you can keep it tight the whole time. Whatever works for you. See, I'm just coming up into the toe box. That's it. It's just an up, down, up, down. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead now and lift those shoulders. I'm going to bring them up to my ears as I lift my heels. Breath, breath, tight tummy. Yes. Pretend that you have that disc on your head and you're trying not to lose the thing. Yeah, that's a challenge with this. So go all the way up to the toes. You're just lifting your heels. That's all you're doing. Your weights should be hanging off your fingertips. You shouldn't be gripping the barrel right now. Okay, take a breath. I only got 2 or 3 more. You're going to be starting to feel this in your neck. Take a breath. Take a breath. Okay, 1 more. Okay. I know. Okay, back to your chair. See? We're going to go into a squat. We're going to go into a sit to stand. So see, I'm going to sit. See there? I got my 9 pound and my 9 pound. I'm going to stand just for a second. So what's the first thing I should do? Make sure my feet are wide, wider. That's number 1. If I have a lot of trouble, then I might sit on my little disc. I might raise my seat 2 inches. Okay? That's 2 things that are very acceptable to do. Then I'm going to drop my shoulders, lean in, push into my heels. Hang out right here and go 1, 2, 3, heels, 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 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, down. Bring your weights right here. Big breath. And come down. Now we're going to hit the backs of those arms. Are you ready? Drop your shoulders. Lean in. Make sure your feet are wide. And the same thing. See, the elbows are here. And I'm just going to squeeze the backs of my arms. Bring them back in. Squeeze the backs of your arms. Bring it back in. Squeeze it. And while you're back there, now you're just going to try to do a tiny lift with the backs of those arms and shoulder. Yeah, it's the upper shoulder, or it's the anterior, the posterior part of your deltoid. So it's right here. So you're gonna go here, and then you just go push, 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 hold, push, 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 hold, push, 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 hold. Do one more. Push, 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 hold, and come back. Okay, you should have really felt that all through here. Okay, yes. All right, take a big deep breath. One more for the backs of those arms. Okie dokie. So we're gonna come here, do that, and we're gonna act like we're throwing it down. And then right here, you squeeze the back of the arm, okay? So you're gonna bring that up carefully. It's gonna be right here. So you take it right to the ear, like you're gonna throw the weight down. And you come back here and you squeeze the backs of those arms again. Squeeze it. Bring her up. Put her down, okay? Just a couple of these. Breath. So you're gonna bring right here to the ear, throw it down, right there, squeeze the back of the arm, squeeze the back of the arm, squeeze the back of the arm, and bring it back down. Okay, one more on the other side. Big breath, here we go, right here to the ear, act like you're gonna throw the thing down, bring it all the way back here, and then little tiny elbow bends and push straight. So it's a squeeze, it's a real contraction every time you bend that. Just push, just push, just push, just push, just push, bring it up and put it down. Nice. Okay. These are 9 pounds that I have. I'm going to put them right down here beside me. Okay. I'm going to get situated. What does that mean? Yeah, I'm going to use these now with my body weight. However, I am going to go ahead and put one of these right across here. Now, I'm doing this. I don't have a problem doing this, but I have long legs. Okay, some of you are fun-sized. So if you try to do this, this thing's going to roll right off into the floor. So don't mess with it. Just keep it down here. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to keep this weight right in here. And I'm going to step out, drop my shoulders, and just take my butt off. Just barely take my butt off the chair. My elbows are pointing where? Back. Yes, they are. Breath. 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 See, it's through the elbow. It's not by lifting the hips, the shoulders. The shoulders are pretty fixed here. See, they're down. And it's bending and straightening at the elbow. Breath. 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 Just two more, just two more. Woo. One more. Oh, is that 3? Okay. Okay, put that weight down. All right. Whew. Shake out, shake out, shake out, shake out. Now take those hands, no weights. I'm sitting, okay? I'm gonna take one hand, throw a punch. I'm gonna take the other hand, throw a punch. See that? So here's the deal. As you're doing this, if you wanted to lean in, where should you lean in from? Yes, you lean in from the hip joint, okay? So we're taking a little break with our hands, open and close, throw the punch, lean in from the hip, keep your back very extended. throw that punch, come back, throw that punch, come back, throw that punch, come back, throw that punch, breath, whew, and breath, and breath. Okay, shake out those hands. Now I'm going to take my weights and put them over in my little holster. Okay, and what am I going to make sure of? If I go down and bend and pick it up, all those good movement skills apply. Then I'm going to make sure that I'm putting the dial side in the dial side, right? So I'm going to step wide, stick my butt back, get my little weight, turn it correctly, put it in the little post. Yes. And now I went up 2. So this is going to be heavy. I'm going to be hanging on to the weights either on my shoulders or here. All right. But I went up to 15 and 15. Okay. So I'm going to go pretty heavy because I'm going to do variations on a carry. Okay, dokie. So I'm right here and I'm just going to act like I'm going to walk. And oh my goodness, do you know what that is? This is a split stance. Yeah, it's what you do every single time you take a step. So I am taking a step. I'm doing a split stance with 30 pounds. That's hanging from my hands here. It's hanging from my fingertips. Notice that? See how I can pull them into my palm and down? Yeah, that helps my grip a lot. And it makes it much better for my joints. Okay, so I'm just going to do that a couple of times. See, I'm right here. I'll put my tummy in, drop my shoulders. I'm going to act like I'm going to take a step, but it's actually just getting you into a split stance position. And then I'm going to bring the back knee down, but it's going to be very even. What do I mean by that? When I come down like this, my whole body comes down. I don't twist and turn and bring one side down. Okay. Now these are still hanging off my fingertips. Okay. Pretty good weight. Take a big breath, tight tummy. Always breathing. So as you come down, what do I not want to see? Right. I do not want to see bending, rounding of the shoulders. No. Okay. Stay with me. When you first start doing this with this heavier weight, you think, no problem. Then when you near about 8 to 10 repetitions, it starts becoming a problem. That's why I want you to challenge yourself just a little bit. Okay, just one more. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back up. Take a big breath. Take a rest if you need. You just put them down on your chair. Open and close. So right here is a good time for me to explain to you that when you're doing gardening, you're pulling weeds, you're doing anything, computer work that requires you to keep your hands in a certain position for a long time, take a dadgum break. I mean, what's it going to cost you? A couple of seconds, right? Take a big breath. Okay, remember which leg's going to go forward because I'm fixing to go down here and pick them up again. Okay, so here we go. See how I'm picking them up? I'm not coming over here and going like that because that would round my back. I'm coming here and I'm doing a little squat. Okay, change your leg, split stance. Yeah. So this time I'm going to elect for me to bring those weights up here and just keep my fingers underneath so it doesn't dig into my, shoulder. Make sure you're in a good stance so you're not going to lose your positioning. Okay. So adjust whatever you need. And then that knee is just going to come down with this whole weight. Take a big breath. right there. Yeah, just bend that knee. The front knee will take care of itself. Keep your rib cage very much up. Breathing. And at first, you're going to think, no problem. Stay with it, because we're trying to take it up to, I'm trying to get it over 10 repetitions. Okay, I would like to do 2 sets, but I know when to back off with slugs, because after a while they just revolt on you. Take a breath, bend that knee, stay with me, just 2 more. Rib cage up, and come back. And there they are, right there. Dial side down. And then when I'm gonna walk away from my weights, always turn them to the highest. That way some little kid doesn't come around and just grab it, unless they're an incredibly strong kid. Okay, on your chair, just turn it, step back, and go into that nice stretch position. And then you're gonna push your upper body back and lift your chin. You're not gonna tilt your head back. You're gonna lift your chin. It's a big, huge difference. And then you come back down. See, I'm pushing down on my chair. I'm gonna hang out here for a second. Drop my shoulders, push my knee forward a little, and arch that back or hyperextend the back. And now when you come here, just lift your chin. That's it. Breath. Hang out here for just a second or 2, 3 or 4. Then you come back. Okay? Now before you change your position, take that front leg and just go straight with it. And just come down and pull the toe forward too, so it's looking at your shin bone. Okay, just a couple seconds, and then come back. Switch. Okay, here we go. Drop your shoulders, keep that heel down and back. So you're pushing yourself forward, you're hyperextending. You're lifting your chin. You are not taking your head back. You come here and you just lift your chin. It's a big difference. Breath, breath. Hang out there for just a second or 2 or 3. Okay? Now before you switch, you're going to straighten the front leg, pull the toe, push down on that chair. Pull the toe so it's looking at your shin. You're stretching your hamstring. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. Rotate in the knees. Open, just like that. Drop your shoulders, give yourself a big hug. Turn, 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 turn. Drop your shoulders while you're doing this. Take a big breath. Whew. Swing, swing, swing. Okay, I hope you had as much fun as I did. That was a lot of arm stuff with weights today.